And then 3 months from that, so late summer, we would come back and just do a final, how does everybody feel, how are things holding up, kind of deal.
Okay.
Fran Boland, Executive Director of Assisting Families of Inmates. This project is an extension of our Milk and Cookies Children's Program. The MAC program is designed to work with children who are impacted by the incarceration of a parent. This project provided an opportunity for us to really explore facets of trauma-informed design in creating multifunctional, multidimensional spaces for these children, spaces in which they can live, work, learn, rest, and play.
I'm Stevie McFadden. I'm the owner of Flourish Spaces, an interior design firm here in Richmond. As we've gotten to know more about the Milk and Cookies program, I think one of the things that really struck all of us on the team is just, this is just a tough situation for anyone, but especially these young kids that maybe have been thrown into a set of circumstances with not all the advantages that a lot of kids in our community have, and how much having an incarcerated parent actually does set them back from the very beginning.
I'm Danielle Dallaire, a professor at the College of William & Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia, in the Department of Psychological Sciences, studying how children are impacted by their mother's or their father's incarceration. So what I really love about this project is taking some of the elements of what we know about self-care and what we all need. So we all need a safe place to feel connected, and to feel it's like a place that we can grow from. This year, given all the challenges we felt, this project, I think, really fulfilled an important need for these children in their lives, because home became school, and where school might have been a safe place to go to, now that was all happening in the home. So to remake this environment and this space so children can feel safe and to meet their health-related needs as well as their educational needs, I think was just really exciting to me.
Antoinette Irvin, Sheriff of the City of Richmond. Milk and Cookies to me appears to be a safe haven. It's a place for our young people to see love and affection, to see that someone cares about them, to see that someone's watching them grow and to give them purpose, also to give them time to be around positive influences, also give them a time to be around each other in a different type of environment. Where people are being positive, where people are giving them things to do, where people are wanting them to learn. So for them to have a space that they can focus on and be able to pay attention, that's wonderful. It can only benefit them in the future. And they can block out everything. They can sleep there, they can read there, they can live there, and they can do everything they want to do to grow within themselves, and then be able to go outside and understand that this is my little life, and whatever else may impact me, I can still have my own space.
I think when you're approaching working with children with incarcerated parents, like MAC does, you really do want to take a trauma-informed approach, such that you can't assume that the children are getting the support they need to deal with their everyday stressors, their incarceration-specific stressors, and then experiences that they've had related to adverse childhood events. So I think the only approach you can have towards working with children with incarcerated parents, and even more broadly the families, because I think trauma is intergenerational, so not only are the children experiencing a number of adverse childhood experiences, and their parents and their caregivers likely have as well. So I think a trauma-informed approach is incredibly important in all your interactions with children with incarcerated parents.
To be able to have the opportunity for them to voice what it is they want, what they dream of, what they'd like to see, who they think they are, and then see that reflected back to them, I think is really powerful in terms of sending a reinforcing message about the agency they actually can have, about the influence that they can have about the direction of their own lives. And it's, that feels like a tall order to ask a bedroom to do, but I think it's the first thing they see in the morning when they wake up. It's the last thing they see at night. They're spending a lot of time there. I think it's really, really important. It's not just frivolous. It matters to their identity, and I think they're developing their potential.
is where I lived before we moved out of Creighton, where we all walked around. We played softball, we played tag, we played kickball. So we just kind of did things together. We would walk up and down to go to the store. We were able to walk to the store together. You couldn't go but so far from where your house was. So we played up and down these streets, because there's Woodville right there. So we would walk through here to go to school, right on that corner. That was a church that I went to. I walked and went to church on Sunday mornings. I'm actually going to a Woodville Presbyterian church. And I would actually go to church in the morning so I wouldn't have to hear the noise in my house of the arguing so I would get up and go to church so I wouldn't have to hear the noise. Well, I've had the opportunity to be in this home a couple of times with different families when bringing them something. It was just like the Milk and Cookie makeover. I remember those steps and going up those steps and having to get to my room, and all of the apartments are about the same. So whenever you go in one of the apartments, they look the same. I get that same feeling when I go inside of them, and having to walk up the stairs and go into the bedrooms was an experience for me. It's a feeling of, wow, this is where I come from. And we've had to do so much to get to where I am now. So I'll never forget the experience, and I'll never look at it as if I can't do for someone else. The trauma that we have in our life as a young person, it affects us while we're little, but it impacts us a lot as we grow older. And we have to figure out how it is that we can do better, how we can get better, and just how to love ourselves. You can't love yourself if you don't see love, and you don't know what love is, and how to care for yourself and how to care for other people.
My favorite color is blue and black. Red and black.
Pink.
What do you like about pink?
I can put glitter in it with slime.
Purple and orange.
Purple, pink, blue. Now we can go places.
Math. And I get to learn math. That's my favorite subject.
Math and science.
Science. Because you get to do experiments like dissect frogs. And my science teacher is nice.
Stars.
Stars.
Fairy tale book. And the superhero books.
Would you like a desk? Or a lap desk? Or some kind of carpet?
Yeah, because I always hear myself on here sometimes.
Yeah, it's a hard floor. So maybe a soft rug.
Bunk beds. My cousins had a bunk bed, but then I was like, the bunk bed looks so cool. Why can't we have a bunk bed? Mama said she gonna get us one soon.
As we present these things and our best ideas and our best pass at what we hope will really meet all of those functional requirements, but also really, at the end of the day, what we want is to make these guys just squeal with delight. So we really went with, what were the things that were appealing to them. Also thinking about what can they grow into? Things that could be both useful but not childish. Functionality, durability, thinking about utility, how things could do double duty in some cases. So installation time is finally upon us. We are so excited about it. It's also can be a little crazy going into this. On every project, no matter how well we know the client or no matter how well we know the space, invariably when it comes to installation day, there is always a surprise, something doesn't go according to plan, so we're kind of doubly prepared for that. And just to throw one more little challenge in there, we got to do it all in less than 24 hours. So we've got to get the families out. We've got to convince the kids that they are not allowed to peek because it is going to happen over the span of an evening. So we'll go in there, we'll get everything out, furniture coming in that'll get assembled outside of the house so that while that's going on, we've got our crew of volunteers in there painting, installing lights, and all of that stuff so that when the actual shell of the room is done, we can just go ahead, hurry up, get the furniture in there. But then even once the furniture gets in there, there's this whole other layer of like finishing touches, you know, making sure there's the right number of bed pillows, that the sheets have been washed and the beds are made, you know, all the pictures are hung in the right place. So it's a lot of moving parts with a lot of volunteers in a really tight space, in a really tight timeline. So it's gonna be interesting, but we're really excited.
Good morning, it's a good day, great day in Richmond. Doing good things for the community. Folks are doing a good job. Good job. Thanks everybody.
Right now we're working on this closet. We're putting this closet system in there.
How's the team? How hard? They've been working pretty hard.
They're working really hard, yeah.
Got both rooms going. We're putting some final touches on getting blinds up and some shelves for the desk over here. Got the beds assembled, so just making those up.
Started off with these two rooms right here. We put in new AC units, took out the closet because one of the kids liked to do crafts, so we set up a little station for her. New bed units, new dressers. So yeah, we're proud to be here helping out and making this place look better than it did before. So
It's really exciting. This is the part where you think you're really close, but there's like 500 little itty bitty things to do. So we're kind of running around like crazy, but it's really fun seeing it all come together. And so I'm hoping maybe in 45 minutes we'll be ready to call the kids in. Jemiah had a fun wish list saying that she loved flowers, wanted to have clouds on her ceiling, she loves bunnies, but mostly she wanted a sign that read "No Boys Allowed." So we worked with a local maker here to carve a really interesting wood sign. That's the very first thing you see announcing boys aren't allowed. We found a really gorgeous floral rug with lots of color. We had another artist donate floral pendant that was handmade. Maybe my favorite thing of this room is she's got this pretty pink hue that matches her pink lofted bed. But when she lays in that lofted bed, we had a local artist donate wallpaper from one of her paintings of clouds she's done. So now Jemiah can lay in her bed. She can feel like she's looking up at the sky. For Jamari, he really liked blues and aquas and teals, so we incorporated that into areas where we could, and he really liked orange, which is a great accent color. He has a really, really large TV and loves to game, so we were able to put a beanbag chair in there under the lofted bed and still have room for a work-study area, which was really great for segmenting the room up. He's also a big football fan, so we had a local artist donate this large wood helmet that we were able to hang above his desk. And my favorite little fun thing I think we did was put LED tape lights all under the lofted bed in his gaming and study area, complete with remotes where he can change the color, the flashing, and the speed of lights so that he can really feel like he has been transported elsewhere. For Psalms and Promises room, we had an extra challenge of having one shared space, but also a boy and a girl in the space. So how do we make sure each of them get what they wanted in there? So we opted for some neutral colors that they both liked. So red on the bookshelf, 2 lofted beds, again, to maximize the space so that they could each have their study areas underneath. But then also kind of section off the space so that we could have the art that they said they liked uniquely positioned on each of their beds, including bullet boards for each where they could really put the things that inspire them on there. Callie and Monique's room was so much fun to design, but also a challenge. So Callie and her grandmother actually share a room. They also share a love of crafting together and some colors. So one of the things we did was do a bunk, but we wanted to give Grandma an actual full-size bed. Occasionally, Callie also has a little brother that comes and stays. So underneath Grandma's bed is a trundle that lifts out so that all 3 can sleep in the room comfortably, but when little brother isn't there, it gives a lot more floor space. And then we actually put a wardrobe in there, which allowed us to clean out the closet and use the wardrobe as a closet and convert the closet to study space so that Callie could have her own little area for desk and concentration for work and school.
What's going on? So are you guys excited?
We're very excited.
And what was your favorite things that you mentioned that you liked?
I think it was Pokemon.
Pokemon, some animation, things like that? Anime?
I'm anime.
You're anime.
This looks really nice, y'all. She got the top, and her brother, if he wants to, he get the bottom. I can have my own bed now.
How nice is that?
Okay. Good night, Mommy. Not too happy, Lucy.
You like it?
I'm speechless. I can't even talk.
What's up there? Stickers? But what are they of? And stars?
I love it.
Yeah?
I'm not leaving my room.
These are happy tears, right?
Y'all, I thank y'all. I'm pumped that I'll be ready. I told you not to cry, Mom. Thank you so much for everything. Of course.
What we strive for is when mom or dad is coming home, that there's a really healthy and successful entry into the family, successful family or integration, but also into the community. And what we know and research supports is that your family, however you may define those folks, are the ones that will be there to help you get to probation and parole appointments, to help you with housing, additional education, job interviews, whatever those things may be. And why is this important? Because it should be important to all of us. As families are able to move forward together, we then see higher success rates with community reentry, and that's really our overall goal, to decrease our recidivism rates, increase rates of public safety within our communities, and create a more vibrant and healthy community for us all to live, work, and play in.
I just keep on rolling down this path that keeps on winding. When trouble's standing by my side, be the grace that helps me keep the fight.
I think there's a lot of good that can come out of it. So I guess the mom and me thinks, okay, they can get a good night's sleep and they can, have a place to work on school and educational things. But I also hope to see feelings of safety, feeling safe in that environment, and leading to more confidence as you go out into the world, leaving from this safe, secure environment to go out into the world as a more confident person.
I will rise above. I will rise above. When the storm is all around, I won't let it weigh me down.
I think long term, I do hope that it is a place that does support, a lot of different needs, and that when they walk into that space, when they spend time in that space, in those rooms, that they are, reminded that they, of their infinite potential, and that they are worthy of just a really, really beautiful and supportive, gracious space.
I will rise. I will rise. I will rise above.
My biggest hope for these kids is that they really enjoy their spaces, that these spaces will now provide a place where they feel safe and secure. Whereas we've heard from Stevie, they feel that they have agency and ownership, and that it is a multifunctional space for them as we all have moved more into a remote world, that they are able to find rest and respite, but they are also able to live, work, and play in these rooms. We do consider this an investment into some very bright young people that we know will achieve great things, and we are excited that this will be a part of their foundation for future success.